Welcome back. This is You Ain't Got the Answers. I am Denero Scurry.
And this your boy Shavar, man. And y'all already know. Top of the hour. Breaking news. We got big trades going down today. These teams did not hesitate to shoot the gun, fire the bullet, whatever you want to call it. The witching hour was upon us around 3 or 4. Or it was a 4 o'clock deadline today. And the trades went off. Some of the biggest names in the game. I'm lying, ain't the biggest names, but notable names. Not no garbage backup guys, except for one maybe, according to my compadre here. Anyway.
I didn't call him garbage.
Yeah, you didn't. You're right. You didn't. I'll give you that. All right. Off the top, most notable name, Golden Tate, gone. Traded to Philly. In all honesty, this was the most fairest trade I've ever seen. They traded Golden Tate for a 3rd round pick. If they trade him for anything more, that's just a cherry on top of the icing. But all I know off the top is they traded Golden Tate for a 3rd round pick. That was, in all honesty, that was straight fair compensation. What do you think?
I guess
third for Golden Tate. Have you seen Golden Tate the last 2 years, even this year? And you know what's crazy? Golden Tate is perfect for the Detroit Lions. I don't understand why they did the trade.
Me neither.
Yeah, but actually I do it because they got Marvin Jones Jr. and Kenny Galladay, and they're huge. They're 2 tall-ass receivers on the outside, so whatever.
Ah, fuck, bro. It's a meme I wanted to try to find.
About Golden Tate? Or the Popeyes biscuit?
Popeyes.
Next big trade was Demarius Thomas' trade. Everybody been waiting for it to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Demarius Thomas was traded to y'all division, right into the AFC South, straight to the Houston Texans. I don't know what the compensation was for this trade. I don't know if you caught it. I just caught the headline. It was enough for me. Another big notable move. Clinton Dix was traded today. Traded to the Washington Redskins. Did not like that. Straight to my division, NFC East. The Redskins do have a top rated defense, top ranked defense this year. So they're just adding a little more to the firepower. Next move. I guess this is a lot of people saying Aaron Rodgers had their hand on this one. Ty Montgomery traded to the Baltimore Ravens after my man gave the apology statement and all whatnot, man.
Oh, he gave an apology statement?
Not apology statement, but he came out defending what he did. He had a little statement. Yeah, you see that?
I didn't see that. Fucking dumbass.
You explained that. He said the ball came right on the goal line, and if I took the knee at that point at the goal line, I wasn't determined if I was inbound or out of bounds. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to do what I do, and this is what I came to do. So I'm going to go run up the yeah, whatever, man. So he's out of here on the Baltimore. They can use him. They need him. Not really. They don't. They got too good for a decent run. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But I guess they like the fact that they could, that wide receiver, running back combination. And last but not least, certainly least, I guess, Dante Fowler Jr., a former 2015 first-round pick, 3rd pick overall in the draft, traded to the richest team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Rams. The rich just keep getting richer. Dante Fowler, this one, I don't know. I don't know how you want to grade this one. I think the Rams overpaid. I think the Jacksonville got away with this one. They got him for a 3rd. Was it a 3rd-round pick, right? Yeah, 3rd round and some 3rd and a 7, along with the compensatory pick, the draft after the draft. The Rams have said that if they get any pick,
I seen it was a 5th.
A 3rd and a 5th?
Yeah.
A 3rd and that's even better. Jeez.
It was a third for this upcoming draft and a 5th for 2020 draft.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. That's right. And then a compensatory pick. I don't know when what year that's supposed to be in, but whatever that is.
You don't never find out till the day of the draft.
Yeah, bingo.
Shit.
Yeah. They said if they get picks, they said they'll give
be in the 7th round. So
yeah. Well, that was a big move. Subtraction by addition by subtraction. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do or if they're already looking ahead to next season. But like you said, you can't pay it back up. I halfway agree, but whatever.
Before we started, I was telling him I don't
know what he was asking for.
It's not that what he was asking for. We just wasn't going to re-sign him.
Yeah,
and Ngakoue is better.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? We just wasn't going to sign him, and he's a free agent, and he's already. This is the last year on his rookie deal. So what's next?
He already declined the
option. He had 8 sacks last year. I think he had 60 year before, 5 or 60 year before.
9 the year before.
For real? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm saying, so obviously he shows that he's a pass rusher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So pass rushers are needed in NFL. He's going to get a bag from somebody.
That's true.
So Jacksonville don't have.
Yeah, I guess. They was like, yo, we're going to help you out.
If it was in between Ngakoue or Fowler, who would you sign?
Easily Ngakoue. He was on it. This dude stood out to me from day one. I didn't even know who he was.
Every game, even when we lose, you know what I'm saying, he's showing out. So it just made perfect sense to me. And then he's a backup. we're not playing. I mean, we don't really need him. He only has 2 sacks on the year.
That's true.
So just get rid of him. My only issue with that is I just wish we got a body. I wish we actually would have got somebody.
Actual player instead of some future. What do you call it? A question mark, basically. You don't know what that player could turn out to be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I might use that for future weapons to get acquired from other teams.
That's what I'm saying. But future, yeah, it helps the team in the future. I'm talking about right now, dog. Like,
you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
somebody that's gonna help the team right now, because just off that trade and how we look, it just seems like we just gonna say, hey, fuck it, go out there and whatever happens.
Speaking of how teams look, man, let's go ahead and move right into it. The first game this Sunday, early for breakfast. The London game in London, Wembley Stadium, whatever you want to call it. Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, going up against some Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars trying to get back on track, trying to get back to winning, trying to keep pace with the rest of the division. Going home, basically that was a home game for the Jags. People love y'all out there. I couldn't believe it. They said that was the most packed game of all the games. Was the last game. It was the last game in London, I believe. The packed game, all that. They love y'all out there. And usually the Jaguars do really good in London. They actually win. I thought they damn near undefeated out there, if I'm correct. I know in the last 3 years, y'all haven't lost a game out there.
Shit, I don't even know, dog.
Y'all real good in London. But you fell short this week once again. 24-18, Jacksonville Jaguars fall to the Eagles. Another, obviously a disappointing week for the whole team in general. But, for the team, I mean, as far as individual performances go, I'm going to let you go and break that down, man. I mean, let's say this at the top. Going into this game, y'all have now become the team with the most players on IR or injuries or anything designated to its injuries.
Going into the game?
Going into the week. Y'all, it's the most. And it's not even, I believe it's not even close.
This upcoming, before the game?
We're talking about, before the game. Yeah.
Oh,
because I'm not sure what happened this past Sunday, but going into this week.
Oh, no, we definitely.
Y'all was the most depleted team.
We got to got them beat. We got to have every team beat.
That's correct. So, but even still, the big names were still on the field. All the big names. -1, your second best cornerback on the team. A.J. Boyer didn't even make the flight. So, other than that, Super Bowl champions take the W. Or they go walk it to him.
Yeah, walk it to him. Man,
Yeah,
bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was pissed off at this game for multiple reasons. Offensively, we didn't look good. Play calling, we didn't look good. Defensively, we didn't look good. I was pissed off all the way around, man, because it seemed like outside the injury, seemed like we didn't come in the game to win. Like, we just came in this game to play, to enjoy London, and to come back home. As far as defense, I mean, linebackers seemed like they didn't want to play. Seemed like they wasn't playing hard. I already feel like our linebackers can't cover, but it seemed like they wasn't playing hard. They wasn't getting off blocks. It wasn't. I mean, the chase wasn't really there when it came to trying to stop the run. I felt like them boys weren't really playing hard. Secondary. Quentin Meeks got hurt after he just got his first start, and he gets hurt, sprains his MCL. So that's another person that's out. That's from injury.
Third string too. So that was it. Like after third string, you go after anything beyond that is no string.
Yeah, so that's another person who got hurt, that doesn't help us. Mm-hmm. Secondary wasn't playing crazy good, but they could have played better. If we would have got a good enough pass rush, they would have played better, but it is what it is when it comes to that. I mean, I don't know if that's because motherfuckers banged up. I don't know what the issue is when it comes to that. But let's go on offense. So we went and traded a 5th-round pick for Carlos Hyde. We get Carlos Hyde. Him and Fournette, exact same running style, exact same body size. I mean, they're exact same when it comes to how they play.
Except for the play calling for them.
I'm saying they're exact same. Their running style, their body size.
I'm not. Well, I got to cut you off with the running style. I'm not gonna lie. Fournette runs way harder than Carlos Hyde, like times 10. But I'm talking about in between tackles too. But yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Okay, so the running style, the size. I mean, they basically run. They basically
should be
run
the same.
So We get Carlos Hyde. He didn't play last week when we played Houston because they said it just was a short bit of time. So
trying to get him acclimated to the book.
Trying to get him acclimated.
Yeah.
So
he's running back, man.
So now London, boom. He comes in London. I don't know if he ever been in London, blah, 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 blah. So now he comes in London. I'm thinking everybody during the week, Doug Marrone, I almost called him Gus Bradley. Doug Marrone said...
I wish I had Gus at this point.
Nah, hell no. Doug Marrone said that...
the top-ranked defense, man.
Doug Marrone said that we was going to be more aggressive, we was going to be more physical. We was going to go back to the power run. We was going to be physical.
Oh, yeah, I did. I told that all week.
Game, we gave the ball to Carlos Hyde 6 times. We ran the ball 9 times. Hackett called... What?
No, my bad.
Hackett called 31 consecutive passing plays. 31 consecutive passing plays. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen this clip with Cat Williams and Tiffany Haddish when he was like, do you know what consecutive mean? That means one after the motherfucking other. 31 consecutive passing plays. When we have this horrible ass quarterback and they said we was going to go in the game running the ball. So if we know we have a problem with our quarterback, why the fuck would we throw the ball 31 consecutive times with the same guy who we have issues with and who we have trust? Obviously, there's whole issues around the whole team around him. And you know what they did? They said, fuck what we trying to do. We want you to go out there and throw that motherfucker 31 straight fucking times.
Prove us right. Prove to the world that we gave you the right contract. That's what it seems like they're trying to do every Sunday.
I swear that's you right. Seems like they're trying to convince the fan base.
Yeah, the media.
This
everybody.
Is what we seen. This is what we gonna do. This is why we did it. Da 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 da. And it's like he shows us week after week that he's not worth it.
The only thing that I can see, but the only reason why it's not even an asset with him is because you have to combine that with decision making, and his decision making is not very good. The only positive from Bortles is his legs, his mobility. That's it.
Yeah, and he's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. I give him that. He's a big boy. He's huge.
He hasn't taken any big hits.
That's true. Not this year. Only when he do this little.
Yeah, no, he still hasn't taken any big hits. When he dives, because it's the quarterback. Don't nobody try to hit him because it's the quarterback. Because they know they're gonna get a flag.
I saw he took a big hit last week, but it was his fault. He dived.
A sack?
No, on a run.
I know a couple sacks. He's taken some hits, but when he runs, they don't really hit him because it's the quarterback.
Yeah, for the most part this year, he hasn't been smashed this year.
Then he dives head first, so they already know if they try to go hit him, it's gonna be a flag. Da da da.
Yep.
But
wow.
For the most part, the play calling was bad. Bortles, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Bortles didn't play bad this week. He looked good. What's the excuse?" I need y'all to rewatch this game.
You know what was so sad? Oh, no, my bad.
He didn't play bad, but he didn't play good for y'all to sit there and make that statement because it was throws out there on that field that he left. It was a lot of wide open throws that he missed. A lot of wide open throws. We're literally rewatching the game right now. I'm rewinding these plays, showing Shavar exactly the plays where the accuracy is not there.
Snap after snap, showing the line grades,
the
cornerback, everything.
On the matter of fact, perfect play, 2-point conversion. If you watch him throw the ball to D.D. Westbrook, he was supposed to zip that motherfucker right in there in his chest to where that bitch is supposed to make a thud noise. He threw it like he threw the shit like he was throwing a screen. He just lightly threw the shit. He was supposed to zip that motherfucker in there. We all know he got a slow wind up. Yep. So the safety was right there to deflect the ball. You know what I'm saying? If you go rewatch this game, he didn't make all the great passes. He did not make all the great passes. So for people to say, "Oh, he played good," he played all right. But he wasn't out there balling like how y'all trying to make it seem. And motherfucker was just dropping passes and the offensive line wasn't blocking. Nah, it wasn't none of that. He could have played better. Offensive line, of course, we got issues. You got the left tackle who giving up sacks. Motherfuckers coming on blitzes. He right in your face. And you go help the guard and leave him wide open. Leave the linebacker wide open on the blitz to where he gets sacked. Carlos Hyde. They said the pass protection was the main reason why they didn't play him last week. This week, he comes in. He had a whole week to study the playbook, understand the pass protection. He lets the linebacker blow right past his ass. Right past him. I can't remember if Buddy got the sack or he just got pressured on Bortles. He probably did get sacked for me to remember that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We still got issues on the ball. You know what I'm saying? We still got issues on the team. Yeah, Bortles didn't turn the ball over, but he didn't play bad. Let me put it like that. He didn't play bad. And he didn't turn the ball over. But it was a lot of things that he could have done better.
What I noticed from watching this game, you kind of want to blame the offensive coordinator because, like you said, the play calling was so a bit like it was very, very minimal, like rookie, like a rookie playbook. It was so basic, no creativity whatsoever, nothing, right? But then again, you got to think back on Sue. Why the hell do they keep putting out these same basic crossing pattern plays, and they don't even be deep crossing? They be like 3-yard cross, 5-yard crosses. This is retarded. And the reason why they keep doing it is because the quarterback is limited. They know his arm. He doesn't have too many. He doesn't have, you know how you say the receiver has so many routes? This motherfucker don't. He don't. If it ain't right there in front of him, for him to wind it up and give it a nice, smooth motion throw, it ain't going to happen. The throw ain't going to get there. The play is not going to develop properly because he can't release the ball properly. So I think that's what it is. It has to be that.
I know after the game, Mike Robinson on NFL Network, he basically called Bortles out, the whole coach staff. He said they only have 3 plays. Slant, crossing route, scramble. He said those are the only 3 things Bortles can do. And what did Bortles do? Slant, crossing route, scramble. Every third down, he ran. Not even gonna say every, but most third downs he ran.
Amount of attempts.
Even
leading rusher.
Even certain plays, like when he had the tight end open in the end zone. I showed Shavar this. He had, I don't know if it was a play action, whatever it was. He had the tight end open in the end zone. The linebacker was up watching Bortles. He literally had the whole right side of the end zone to lead the tight end to that area because the tight end is going to go wherever you throw the ball. So even if the tight end's running down the middle of the field, you throw it to the right, he's going to have to run to the right to go get the ball. So you lead him with the ball.
Yeah, well, it was plenty of room.
Bortles threw it over. He overthrown him right up the middle when the whole right side was wide open. And this is what I'm talking about, accuracy. This is what I'm talking about, ball placement. These 2 things play a big part in any quarterback skill. On that one, we had a wide open touchdown, but he overthrown the tight end. But where his ball placement was also wrong. He should have. If any of y'all go back, I want to say it was in the 3rd quarter. I can't remember, and I can't remember the tight end. But he overthrown the tight end right up the middle of the field when he had the whole right side, literally the whole right side. I mean, those are decision making. Those are the things we talking about when we saying decision making when it comes to Bortles. Those are the things we talking about when we saying accuracy when it comes to Bortles. It's certain things like that don't come up on the stat sheet. It's certain things like that probably a lot of people won't even catch when they watch the game. When they watch the game, a lot of times they don't understand when we saying ball placement. They don't understand when they see he overthrows the ball. He overthrows a receiver, and then you explain to him, well, he should have threw it in a better. She should have threw it in a better spot. He should have led the receiver in a better spot. Those are the type of things that when we saying Bortles need to be better at that we're talking about.
That ain't never gonna happen.
He is
who he is at this point. Was it fifth year in the league?
Fifth year in the league.
No, I mean, like they said, a lot of people make the argument, and they doing this argument with Jameis Winston. They trying to say, oh, he's never had the proper coach to get him to the next level and improve this, improve that, improve that. That could be said about Bortles. Possibly. Oh, that was a nice little fumble. I forgot about that fumble in the fourth.
They overturned it, though.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, he was down. I forgot about that. Yeah. But, yeah, but good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we got a lot of issues. Play calling. I think I already said about play calling about that. I mentioned that about Hyde, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, no.
The top about
Hyde. Yeah, okay, back to play calling. So my thing with Nathaniel Hackett, and this last year, I said I wish we would have fired Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
I did not like Nathaniel Hackett. I felt like
he almost got him on the dumb cheap or something.
I felt like he was one of the reasons why he was one of the biggest reasons why we didn't win, why we didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Why we didn't
play better when we played in the AFC
Patriots,
championship game last year. This year, like I said, we traded a 5th round pick for Carlos Hyde. We get a 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. What do we do with all of those downs? We pass the ball. Why are we fucking passing the ball when we just traded a 5th round pick for our power back. When we said we were going to be more aggressive and physical this week, and we passed the ball on running downs. Those are downs we should have ran the ball. And it doesn't make sense. So you got him, what it was, 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. So that means that's 2 incomplete passes. Bortles ran it himself on 4th and 2 and got the first down. We had I think 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1. However many times we went on 4th down. We went on 4th down twice. That means Bortles had 2 incompletions in that series to get us to 4th down. And we kept throwing the ball. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand.
They said they're trying to prove something to somebody. And what's sad about it?
I really think they're trying to show us that they didn't fuck up. And when it's like,
I don't know what they saw in the defensive game plan from Philly to say we have to throw the ball against them to win. Because they weren't, for the most part, they was in this game. They literally were. They kept it kind of close until the end. Obviously, when old boy got injured, then that was it. Never looked back after that. But they were literally, for the most part, just one play away from, in this entire game, just one play away from winning the damn game.
And we don't know when. Chark, if he would have held on to the ball.
Oh yeah, that was another one. That would have been.
That could have been
for the win. Wait,
it wouldn't have been for the tie game. It probably would have been for the tie game. No, I think that was before that was before the field goal.
No, it was after the field goal.
That was after we got
18? No, before the field goal, yeah. But that was 6 plus 3. You know what I'm saying?
So
I get what you're saying. There wouldn't be no field goal. Yeah, you're right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Chark, if he would have called that probably would have changed.
Yeah.
If he would have threw a good pass to the tight end zone, that probably would have changed the game. I mean, we don't know because these offensive touchdowns sparked the defense.
That's true.
So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the outcome would have been. Ngakwe, yeah, that boy had a sack. You got the box scores, box stats over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the sack? Who all that sacks was?
Oh no, I ain't had that box score.
Let me pull it up real quick.
No, I ain't had that box score up, man.
Pull it up real quick because I know Miles Jack had a sack. I know Ngakwe just had a sack. We just seen that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I mean, we still got a lot of work to do. And granted, we still got a lot of injuries. Injuries are killing us. Injuries are fucking killing us, man.
For the most part, the only hope y'all have is
Calais had one, Darius had one, Miles Jack had one, and Ngakwe had one. Okay.
Big 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Came through like they supposed to, showing up on the stat sheet. Like I said, this division has only gotten stronger. Especially today, because now y'all really got problems. What they said, okay, they got 2 good cornerbacks. Well, we're going to get 2 good receivers and a slot. Now, the slot's injured for the rest of the year, so that might help y'all, but...
Nah, Fuller wasn't in the slot, was he?
Well, he would be with them. He would have to be. He lines up in the slot with Houston a lot.
He does?
Hell yeah,
who's the other outside?
It was Hopkins, and I didn't even... Outside of him, I don't know.
It had to be Fuller because Fuller was eating.
But Fuller, he lines up. I mean, he can do it all. I mean, he could. Oh well, Thomas is here. I'll line up in the slot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like doing like Willie Snead. Snead used to line up on the outside, and Snead started lining up in the slot. My bad. But division only got stronger. Like I said, this was a game that y'all had to win because y'all were trying to keep pace with the rest of the division to possibly win it or make a push for the playoffs, whatever you want to do. That didn't do that. Luckily, I believe the other 2 teams minus.
I think our playoff hopes are down the drain, but I think them bitches done. They buried.
Y'all at 500, so I wouldn't say that.
Not at 500.
Y'all 4-4. That's 500.
No, we not. We 3-5, bro.
Oh yeah, my bad. Y'all didn't win again. I'm tripping. I was looking at the Eagles and then counted the W on the wrong side. Y'all both had the same record going in. That's why. But yeah.
I think our playoff hopes are
y'all got a very nice 4-game stretch coming up. So if y'all can't win those games, then it's over. It's a wrap.
We got the Colts after the bye. We got Pittsburgh. We got Buffalo, and we got the Colts again.
See what I'm saying?
So literally, how this stretch look? There's
y'all nigga
4.
Y'all nigga lose one of those.
There's 3 or 4 that we can honestly pull this out. I mean,
once you lose 6, that's it.
Pittsburgh, that's probably gonna be, but Colts both times and Bills, we should be able to bust. We should be able to bust their ass. That's why I said should. We got Houston, the last game of the season. And
hopefully it counts for something. I wouldn't mind if the division was locked up and that was to win the fucking division. That'd be sweet. I love games like that.
We got
a little more something on it, and it'll flex those games out too. Especially with Deshaun Watson getting hot again, another 5-touchdown game this past Thursday. Had to throw that in there.
We got 2 night games? Oh, shit. I didn't know we had a Thursday night game.
Yeah, get one primetime game every year.
Yeah, I thought our only primetime game was Pittsburgh.
That's what's up. Who y'all got? Oh, Houston?
Nah, in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, always get Tennessee. That shit's so whack.
Yeah, damn, that's like our 4th year in a row. I did not know that, so I just looked at the schedule.
Yeah, for us getting whack. He used to beat the Colts every Thursday night. The Chargers every here and there. Now they changed.
We played Tennessee like 4 years in a row Thursday night.
It's getting whack.
Remember we had the
2 whack teams together.
Remember we had the mustard jerseys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those was trash. Color rush.
But yeah, Houston, when they got Demaryius Thomas, I know a lot of times I say that I feel like some players they just need new scenery, and I know I say that a lot about different players. I know I said that about Andy Dalton. I still believe that about Andy Dalton. But some players, I just feel like they just need new scenery. And Demaryius Thomas, he hasn't been shit since Manning retired. But I think with Hopkins, and him in Houston, and him getting that good, I mean, he going to get some good-ass barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like, he going to be in Houston, just new scenery. I feel like Dalton might really, like, legit be straight for real.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know about that one, but we'll see.
No, I really believe so because
we'll see.
That's
what we can do anyway.
I don't think Demaryius Thomas is trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's trash.
It's a lot of drop balls.
He does have a lot of drop balls. Yeah. He does have a lot of drop balls. That's one thing he does have. He does have a lot of fucking drop balls.
A lot.
But look, who was his quarterback?
Before Dez got up out the league, he was leading the league. Well, now he leads the league now because Dez is out.
Look who his quarterback's been too. So I don't know if Demaryius just didn't want to be there.
I wouldn't say that because
sometimes
now you got to compare it to Hopkins. Look at who his quarterback's been. Hopkins has had worse quarterbacks than him.
That's what I'm saying. But it's a different story for different people. Some people when they in they little rut, that's how they react. They don't focus. Hopkins look like he focused every game.
Yeah, because I mean I'm a receiver.
You believe Demaryius do?
No.
Exactly. I don't believe that neither. That's probably why he.
That's why I think he already checked out. I think he got his payday and then drop pass started kicking in after
Houston. He's gonna get a big ass fucking crib with a lot of land.
Oh yeah, he ain't gonna be renting it too. Renting it for $2,000 a month probably.
He gonna buy that. It's Houston, bro. It's Texas. He gonna buy that.
We'll see. Shit.
He gonna buy that. You know
sometimes it don't make no sense.
What the fuck? It was something that just popped up in my head when we was talking about that.
Houston and Texas and land.
No. Something about Demaryius Thomas in the trade. Damn.
What they got in return?
Nah.
Coming to division and being number 2.
It was something with Jacksonville. Damn, I can't remember.
Well, hopefully Bouye gets back to healthy for y'all boys because, like I said, y'all got Houston down the stretch. Y'all going to need him down the stretch, again, especially against those 2 guys who definitely be playing probably 70, 80, 90% of the snaps by then, by the time y'all face them off. And hopefully that game counts for the division win if y'all get y'all mess together, you know what I'm saying? But we'll move on to the 4 o'clock specials. No, I'm lying. We played at 1. It felt like 4 o'clock because y'all played so damn early at 9:30 in the morning. I wonder if the West Coast people get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch those games. But anyway,
no.
I just wonder. I don't know.
They get up? No.
If they DVR.
On,
yeah. Who's on here? Cook some breakfast. I ain't gonna lie, so I'll be treating this sometime. But I was actually up for this one.
I'm actually happy when they come on at 9.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, because
the football.
You only get a 30-minute intermission between the 1 o'clock. That's why I love it. Because 30 minutes of commentary. That's enough commentary for me. And boom, 1 o'clock.
I forced myself to get up so I wouldn't oversleep this game.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Bro, I woke up at 7. I literally got out of bed like 7:30.
Tailgating now.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to oversleep, and I was sleepy as fuck, and I kept waking up, and I was like, yo, I'm just going to have to get up because I'm oversleep.
I just rolled out of bed for this. 9:30 right there, hit the remote, boom. But, excuse me. Giants played at 1 o'clock in MetLife. Division game. Division was trash. We already knew we was kind of out of it, but for the most part, we like to disrupt things. That didn't happen. Once again, another fall, another L for the New York Giants. We fall in MetLife to the Washington Redskins 20-13. I'm not even going to tell y'all why we lost. If you didn't watch this game and you knew just a little bit about football based on what was happening so far this season, you could take the most educated guess as to why or who is the reason, whatever you want to call it, point blank at why we lost. You damn right, Eli Manning. He was the reason why we lost. Now, we traded Eli Apple, and before I go in on this game, let me say something else, man. Let me give a hand clap, round of applause, DRC, man. DRC, we left us top of the season. Went to Oakland Raiders, announced his retirement within the last, couple hours, maybe last week, or I don't even know when he did it. Today, okay, yeah, today. Announced that retirement, so, shout out DRC right quick, man. Appreciated him. Had a lot of pass interference on him, but at least he went 11-6, get over top of him and like that. So shout out to him. Played for the New York Giants, man. Got us to the playoffs. But, that was the boat trip boys. boat trip curse, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he was on the boat?
No, he wasn't on the boat, but part of that squad. Anyway, going forward, back to the game. Eli, for the most part, the defense looked damn good this game. I'm not going to lie. A lot of 3-and-outs. They was forcing this ball. We played hard. They was sweating. The defense did everything they could. Now, a lot of people going to say this morning, oh, you going to blame Eli Manning. What about Evan Ingram did have a lot of drops. And that shit is getting old now. This dude, I'm tired of people saying he a weapon. You can't be a weapon if you keep jamming up and you keep, not being able to, I can't use you. You're good to me if you can't catch the damn ball. He keeps getting open. Eli keeps giving him good deliverable balls. But guess what? He drops it. Now, granted, he caught the 2-point conversion, but that was too little too late, man.
Yo.
Game was over.
I got Ingram on my fantasy. I'm about to drop his ass.
Too many drops. Drop him like he drops the ball. What's enough of that? They're not going to trade him out. They picked him in the first round, so he ain't going nowhere. I like him as a talent. We need to get somebody working on him catching this damn ball. This don't make no sense. You got Odell Beckham on it. To go holler at him. There's no way Beckham. Actually, Beckham's hands could be bigger than his. It's possible because I heard he had some freakish big hands. But who knows, man? I'm tired of it. This dude gets open as one of Eli's favorite targets. He can't get him. Now, outside of him targeting Evan Ingram and them drops, let's talk about Eli Manning's decision making. Another 2-pick game. Another game where he fills the stat sheet up, where there's more interceptions, more turnovers than fucking points on the board. What I mean, him throwing touchdowns or running for them, delivering touchdowns. It didn't happen this week. Now, he does have one touchdown on the game. Don't be fooled. If you didn't watch this game, don't be fooled. He got this touchdown with 17, at the bottom of the game. Seconds left on the clock. Weak shit. The same stuff they always do every week. We keep getting down in the damn red zone and keep jacking threes. I'm tired of this. What? 3 trips to the red zone and 2 out of 3 is field goals. We not cashing in. The season's a loss. We traded Snacks at the top of last week. Forgot about that. Right after we went off the air the next morning, boom, Snacks is gone. There goes the run defense. Just don't care no more. If that's what it is, I've been hearing a lot of media say today, last week, whatever you want to call it, we should just rest Barkley, rest Beckham. Why risk injury? No.
Y'all on dust if y'all do that.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
The dumbest shit I've ever in my fucking life.
And he's a real professional pundit saying this whack shit. No, that's not happening.
I'm on my Herm Edwards. You play to win the game.
I want to disrupt something.
You never give up.
Exactly, and the division is still weak enough for us to make a run. That has to be the run of run. We would have to make the same run we made in 2007. We would have to win out and then go into the wild card at 9-6 and rape. That's the only way. I mean, not 9-6. Yeah, I said it right. No, not 9-6. 9-7 and rape. That's how we got to do it. We got to come in there and take money. But the way it's looked, we can beat the Redskins. AP looked like AP, and I mean that literally. This man fumbled on the goal line and everything.
That's AP.
You know what I'm saying? And we still, I mean, he still had his field day. Don't get it twisted, but we still lost this game.
What's crazy about AP? I never understand. Every time you hear people talk about AP, they talk about how strong his hands is.
And he still,
when he gives you a handshake, how he almost breaks one hand. And this motherfucker fumbles the ball.
And it's huge. I just found out recently how big that football is in the NFL football.
Jesus
It looks so small on TV.
We have an NFL sports podcast. And you said you never knew how big the football was?
No, I'm going to tell you, I used to always wonder, I was like, oh, what's the official ball? Because you need to go to the store, you be playing outside. People are like, this the real ball. And when I'm thinking, oh, this the real ball? Why the hell they can't catch this ball? And then I found that when somebody gave me the real official NFL size ball, this is the real deal right here. I was like, yo, this is huge. I don't understand. This is why this game is unbelievable to me. I don't understand how the hell they not catching that ball. And they got the extra sticky pads on their hands. Anyway, another whack week. Like I said, a blunder for us. Moving forward, thank God the trade deadline ended. It was also on rumors this morning. There was a shit ton of offers for Odell Beckham today.
I don't believe that.
I don't either. I was about to go into that. Because first off, after a week like this, like I said, you're paying this man $90-something million over the course of a couple of years, but for the most part, he's heavily paid, handsomely paid, beautifully, whatever you want to call it. He got a lot of money on the books. You don't get a lot of money on the books to go 1-7 or 1-6 for the whole year. You could do that without him. So that's why I said if there was a lot of offers, they would have moved them. They would have moved them without question.
number one, I just don't believe teams. If they gave him, how much they gave him?
95 over 65 guaranteed, but 95 over like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
So you mean to tell me in his first year of that contract, a team is willing to trade for him? Like, let's just be real. And then
no. The Rams did. Rams have already admitted that they made 2 offers for him. The top of this year. Yeah.
Hold up. Before the contract?
Before the comment when they said they're trying to trade.
This is before the contract.
Before the contract.
That's what I'm talking about. After the contract.
No, not after the contract.
That's what I'm saying. So
no. But today the reports came out that there were multiple offers for Odell Beckham Jr. in the email box or whatever. I don't believe that.
What can you offer?
It's second round, obviously.
Exactly.
Because you're taking a lot of money. So you know what I mean.
And then the offer the Giants. You have to offer the Giants something that they will love. See what I'm saying? It has to be like an RG3 type trade because they just gave him $95 million. The
team, they said that the reason why they believe it. There's one team out there that has 5 picks in the first round. I don't know how many years or whatever, but it's the Baltimore Ravens. They got 5 first round picks owed to them, and they were saying, what's it to them to give up a first round pick for Odell Beckham? They kind of knew they need a receiver. What's that for them? And they're right. It's nothing. They got cap. They got it all. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know about the cap situation, but yeah, no, there's no stars. There's no mega stars over there like that.
Flacco, this is last
year, yeah, and they ain't reading him up.
Not on this contract, but last year was guaranteed.
Yeah, so there's the wrap. Yeah, after this.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Me neither. There's no way. They would have moved them.
Now, what I was shocked was, today they were talking about Janoris Jenkins and Landon Collins.
Janoris, big time.
I was shocked that Janoris Jenkins didn't get traded.
Yeah, I was literally shocked. He's big time. We offered him $65 million when we got him from the Rams. What's the Rams? Yeah. Rams. Not granted, when he first came here, when we were making runs and competing in games, Janoris Jenkins literally plays up to the level of competition. That's what I hate about him. If the game is close and it's like he plays hard. If the game is out of whack and this is no chance and Eli's playing whack and nobody's playing hard, he goes out the game, he's done. He don't want it. That's it. It's over for him. That's what I hate about him. And it's like, we paying you all this money, play hard the whole play, regardless of who we playing, because you never know what can happen during the course of this game. Like, i.e., the Jacksonville Jaguars last year. This is nothing new what Bortles was doing. He was playing horrible last year. But you know what cleaned it up and made it and put a nice little patty cake over all, a nice little ice cream over that burnt cake? Was the defense. The defense made sure other teams couldn't score the ball. Y'all made sure. Y'all getting that rest, they just dead. Y'all was hitting them out of field goal range. I was sacking them out of field goal range. Saxonville's dead. Same thing with Janoris Jenkins. Plays up to the level of competition, whatever, man. But like I said, moving forward.
Did you hear what he said when they asked him about him being traded?
Nah.
So they, I guess reporters asked him about him being traded. He was like, it's a business. He was like, I don't care. It's a business.
That's true. I mean,
how the NFL is. He said, whatever team is on to the next. He was like, I play football to play football.
His brother locked up right now.
I get what he's saying, but you know how, like, it's one of them frustrated, it is what it is now. Because he end up saying it is what it is. So, like, it's one of them frustrated, like, hey, y'all keep me, I play football. I'm going to play football. I'm going to play football either I'm here or I'm there. I'm saying it wasn't no excitement.
They got bank accounts everywhere. Yeah,
they got banks everywhere. But it wasn't
Andrew Bynum.
It wasn't no excitement in his voice. It wasn't no, like, there was no emotion in his voice about, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they asked Landon Collins about him being trade rumors.
Yeah, that would hurt me.
He said,
I don't believe that.
He said he'll be hurt because he done a lot for that team.
A lot.
Now, that's 2 different answers from 2 different players. He broke it down. He was like, "Yo, I do a lot."
Well, one is guapped up and paid, and is on his third?
Ain't paid.
He's still a rookie, man. What you say? He's still on a rookie contract.
Ooh, shit.
So,
but that's what I'm saying. Regardless of the pay, that's 2 different answers that show 2 different emotions. One person doesn't have no emotion. Another person is showing emotion how he wants to be there.
And in all honesty, look at the if you watch the games, feel the play. One is playing harder than the other. Landon Collins, this man plays hard, son. I liked him since day one. Matter of fact, when they called his name, of course I had to say I was about to say trash, but then he said the school right behind it, and I was like, okay, right? No, Alabama.
Oh yeah,
come on, man.
But I can't tell. He got them ugly ass braids with the color shit.
I'm like, you get him all that back confused, man. But yeah,
he got Rachel Dolezal braiding his
head. Those out, yeah.
Putting colorful shit in his head.
That is true, yeah. There's a new, everybody trying to get the Head and Shoulders contracts. You know what I'm saying? Go there, show everybody the way. But both our teams on a bye week next week.
For real? I didn't know y'all was on the bye.
Same things last year. We both had the bye week 9 last year as well. So it should be. Hopefully, we both come out of this bye week looking gravy, looking better than ever. Another game I want to get into right quick. I need your thoughts on this. The Green Bay game. Ty Montgomery. We talked about him getting traded this morning. You possibly believe, not this morning, I keep thinking. We talked about him getting traded to Baltimore. Do you believe that was Aaron Rodgers'
Yes.
You don't think that was McCarthy really?
I believe that was Aaron because he plays running back.
/ wide receiver,
Yeah, so I believe Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Now, I don't know if you heard about everything that happened this year. So Montgomery's on his last year's contract. This offseason, he went and put on a fuck ton of weight to fill in for the running back role, thinking he was going to be at least the second or, split carries or be the starting running back, right? Looking for all that. He did everything he could to get it. None of that came to fruition. Aaron Jones is starting running back, and I forget who's the second string dude. He's over him too. Went straight third string, right? So put all that in your mind when that field goal when that kick went up. When he caught that ball on that goal line.
Well, like I said, Aaron Rodgers, he's a running back, and Aaron Rodgers is the guy handing him the ball. Aaron Rodgers is the leader of that offense. Aaron Rodgers is the leader of that team.
Yeah.
So if Aaron Rodgers if he's upset with something you did, and he does not like what you did, he's going to go in that office. And already, what happened in the offseason, he felt they fired his quarterback coach. He didn't like that. And it was something else that
Jordy
they
Nelson
did.
traded Jordy Nelson.
They traded Jordy Nelson. He said he wanted more input or he wanted
more
input or some shit like that when it comes to personnel or decisions or whatever being made. I guarantee you he walked in that office and said, I won't want this motherfucker on my team.
Yeah,
I don't want him in
yeah.
my backfield. I don't want him in my offensive meeting room. I don't want to look at 88 no more.
But they had a lot of good times, a lot of good years. There's no way one play made Aaron Rodgers take it off my team.
They specifically told him.
Now, whoa. That's the other drama behind this. McCarthy came out during his press game, post conference, or whatever interview, whatever you want to call it. He said, I did not give him. He didn't say this my verbatim, but I didn't. Basically, he said along the lines of, I didn't give him clear direction. He left it at the player's discretion whether to run the ball out or not, or take the knee.
I don't believe
it.
that.
But you know what I don't believe about it is I don't understand how a player in the NFL.
And say that
he came out and said that out of his own mouth during the press.
Who came out and said they told him to take a knee? That didn't just come out of nowhere.
Bro, the team just assumed that.
The reporters didn't just pull that out their ass.
Here's why I assume that I think McCarthy really trusts his play and said that he's going to look up the clock and see there's only 2 minutes. I'm sorry. He's going to look up and see it's only 2:05 on the clock, right?
That's intelligence. He's putting in intelligence of the
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, it's 2:05. We know that if I need this ball, we get it to 25. That means we're going to get time for one play. And that one play is obviously we can open up the playbook because the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they could have ran the ball. They could do whatever they wanted to do because the clock was going to stop. And guess what? Instead, he ran it out, let him fumble the ball.
And did you see what? So did you see Rodgers on the sideline afterwards?
Oh yeah, he was living. He was all over.
Players came out.
He was pissed.
Matter of fact, that's how we know it is because players came out and spoke, was talking shit about him and said how they told him he was supposed to take a knee. So and then he had
anonymous though.
Well, no, and then he had that big ass fuss on the sideline before that. He threw a tantrum because they took him out the game.
Oh yeah, I heard about that today.
He threw a tantrum because they took him out the game, so he was pissed or whatever.
That's why I was saying all that other stuff earlier too. That was part of it. Yeah, bingo.
So that's why he was like, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna do my own thing.
I gotta get this contract."
And then number one, you can't do your own thing on a team sport. You cannot. No. I don't give a fuck.
Not in that crucial of a moment.
You can't do your own thing on a team sport. Period.
That game was big. This was gonna be a team to knock off one of the undefeateds. This was gonna cement Rodgers and lead, even build up the game for this coming Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. That would have made even more excitement around the damn game. Rodgers did it again. A 2-minute offense down by 1 against the undefeated fucking Rams. I wanted to see that drive, dog. Everybody wanted to see that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Cavs just got their first win. Unbelievable. That was against the Hawks, so I don't know how much I want to put on that. But yeah, that was a crazy game, man. It was a good one. Ty Gurley at the end of that game. I don't understand what he was thinking.
Taking a knee?
Yeah, I get he's trying to prove about the team, but no, I'm mad for him. It's not even about gambling.
That has nothing to do with the team. He took the knee so the clock can keep running.
No. But all right, here's the thing. They were up by 1 at that point. Correct, right? Whether he scores the ball or takes the knee, they win the game regardless, right? Now, here's why I'm mad for him. Now he has literally just gotten 1 touchdown short of getting the damn MVP vote. I want him to get that shit so bad this year. I really do.
Touchdown short.
He could have ran that in there. That could have added
8 more games. What are you
He got 8 more games, but that's 1 he ain't getting that.
Bro, it's Todd Gurley.
Okay. Todd Gurley has had multiple 3 touchdown games over the years. But you know, any little thing to give the damn MVP to the court, they can't wait to hand this shit to Mahomes. I really want Todd Gurley to get it, especially with this underfit, like with the shit they're doing. It's because of him. You take him out of that offense, they can't do none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You take Todd Gurley out, there's no way they could do something.
They can do a lot.
Dude, they do so much play action. It's unbelievable. They do play action first. They do play action the first 5 plays of the game, and everybody bites on it because of Todd Gurley.
You know what's so crazy? When you watch other football teams, you forget how good quarterbacks can
exactly.
be. Bro, it's like, bro, you'll be sitting there watching the game, you be like, damn, bro, this is how our quarterback supposed to play.
And then high tempo, high pace. You know what I'm saying?
Look how quick the ball got out of his hand. You be like, damn, I forgot about this shit.
That's what I'm looking at that.
You like, I forgot how quarterbacks can. I forgot they can get the ball like that. I forgot how a spiral look.
Yeah, the spirals, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, bro.
You know who didn't look?
That passes.
A lot of people haven't been talking about this today because it's probably just D-routed and they won the game. But did you see Brady last night against the Buffalo Bills? Any little bit of it? I was in and out of this game.
I was
a trash game.
Yeah, I was tired, but
mad field goals.
He didn't know. It was gang of field, bro. That was a good ass defensive game to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm about to say that in the second half. Yeah, for fourth quarter, that's when James White scored. Yeah, that's when it opened it up.
That's when to the fourth quarter, but because I know a couple of guys I was.
James White ran.
No, you talking about Brady?
Oh yeah, he was delivering balls. That what Buffalo did, their scheme was they weren't letting shit go over the top. They literally, as soon as that ball, everybody run back. That's all they was doing. So they was making sure it was no deep balls thrown. It literally was. I think Gronk caught 1 deep ball and that was it.
He put that bitch on the money too.
yeah. But other than that, there really was.
On the side.
Yeah, bingo. Yeah. Other than that, there was no deep throws in this game. But a lot of fluttered balls came out of his hand in this game, and nobody was talking about that.
Yeah, the guy I worked with said the same shit.
Yo, that cliff is getting very close, dog.
I don't see him hitting 42. I said, bro,
it was a lot of.
He gonna be there.
Oh yeah. Because
like, he made it seem like well, it's not even about Favre. It's
and I'm talking about how they was able to continue with throwing fluttered balls.
A fluttered ball, you can fix that.
You can
fix that. Something
Peyton couldn't fix it. It was over
because Peyton's arm was weak.
No, it pinched nerve, everything, dog.
Peyton had that plantar flasher shit. Mm-mm. Whatever that injury on the bottom of your foot, to it says they say it's real painful. It's on the bottom.
Yeah, Skip talked about it. I know he had that. I thought it was.
Yeah, and it was on his plant leg.
Damn.
So if he's right hand, it was on his left foot. So when you plant, you can't drive the ball. Yeah. So they were saying that's why a lot of his balls was flat. That's why he was throwing ducks like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but it was getting it. They somehow
he was throwing a lot of shit off his back leg, or his back foot. So that's what I mean. So I think he can fix that.
He could fix it, but what I'm saying is I think Max was just off from one season, dog, from the cliff. That shit coming. It's coming because this the Buffalo. Of course, it's coming. The spread across the board was 14 all across the board for them to beat Detroit. Not Detroit, I'm sorry. Buffalo Bills. Of course, it changed come game time and all that good stuff, but they was expected to win by 14, like by 2 scores against the Buffalo Bills. And it took them 3 quarters to get even anywhere near that.
You just said what their defense was doing.
I know, but even it's the Patriots.
Defense was trying hard, bro. And did you hear Bills Mafia?
Yeah, the game was sold out.
They was lit.
I couldn't say, they don't show up for no other game, but they came for this one.
The funny shit, I was tired, but I really wanted to watch this game. Like, I was tired. So I tried to thug it out. I think I rolled over in the bed around halftime. But bro, that shit was lit. It was lit for real.
But here's the reason why I even said, even with them doing that scheme, the Patriot way is we gonna dink and dunk you all the way through down this damn field. Because most teams, I don't know how they scheme against them, but that's what they do no matter what. We're gonna pick up 5 here, we're gonna pick up 3 here, we're gonna pick up 8 here.
And then they're gonna catch
you over the top with Gronk or James White on the side. That's what their whole game plan is. Everybody know their game plan. For some reason they backed them and did all that stuff and still couldn't get to that. That's why I was like, damn, I don't know what the hell.
I mean, and then how Belichick is and how Brady is, I can see them switching up their whole offense just to keep Brady on that team. So I can see Belichick doing a lot more screens, a lot more slants. I can see them fucking even going to the Jaguars offense.
Look what they did last night. They took so many precautions to make sure not to give James White that many carries. Apparently, it must be something with James White and giving him a huge workload.
Nah, they only had one running back because Sonny Michel went out. So they had
they got not Rex Burkhead. What's the dude? Somebody picked him up in our fantasy league.
They had your boy.
They had Cordero Patterson at running back. He was a lead running back. And I just pull up the game. I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to.
Oh shit!
All right, so where we at?
What the fuck that was? Bless you.
Bless you. Appreciate that. Running back was not Hoyer. Hoyer came in this game. What's the running back? Barner, Barner, bingo. He only had 2 attempts. Barner. That's the other running back. I guess they didn't trust him yet. He had 2 for 4. But even when they do have a full, like they had all their running backs, James White doesn't get the bulk of the carry. Or he won't. They make sure not to give him a certain amount of carries because I guess it does something to him on the receiving end. I guess too much for him to do both. I don't know what it is. But I noticed that about them. They make sure, look, we're going to keep him good at this.
That's something you read or that's something?
There's something I just noticed, period.
Oh,
Even if you look back to last year, if you look back to this year, they just don't, like, they make sure to not give him a huge workload. He's not going to be that lead power up the, you know what I'm saying? He'll get 100 yards, whatever he get it, but he ain't going to get it trying to do it like how Sony Michel get his 100. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going to be in between the tackles.
That might be right. They probably don't try to get him so they won't.
They try to preserve him to make sure if he's going to be a good pass runner, that's what we're going to keep him as, the best pass runner. And we're going to make sure we find some other scrub to go ahead and play running back. They don't give a shit about it. And it's crazy. Now, had they played any other team, that shit wouldn't have worked. I guarantee you that. They caught up all that wouldn't. You would have had to put a real running back. James White would have had to take the workload, and it would have took away him as a pass runner. That's just what would have happened. But for the most part, I think the cliff is coming real soon for Brady. Flutter balls. He's got a big game this Sunday night against. Well, he should have a fucking field day this Sunday. Clinton Dix ain't on that team no more. The only defensive player they got is Clay Matthews, seems like, at this point. So, should be a high-scoring affair. We might get another 80 bomb like we did against when Patriots played Kansas City. Like I said, both our teams on the bye week next week. But other than that,
let me on the back to the Jaguars.
Oh.
Yeah, the bye week. Hopefully, with the bye week, this comes and this helps with our injuries. Hopefully, this helps a lot with our injuries because we got a lot of guys nicked up. I want to say Ramsey. I know a couple weeks ago they say he had a sore knee, and I know a lot of people. I'm hearing a lot of people say they think he has some type of injury, but he's just not saying it. Calais, he really needs Calais, he really needs as much rest as possible. Because he has, like, an ankle, a knee, like a hip.
I know his knee was sore, yeah.
He has a lot of, like, lower leg injuries, and it's just, like, rest and treatment would do a lot for this team right now, especially with the injuries, because we got so many injuries and so many people are banged up and nicked up to where this would help us. And then with us not having a game this upcoming week, I think this is a time for everybody to focus. Including Bortles, you see that we didn't make no trade for no quarterbacks, bro. Like, and we didn't put Kessler in, even though you fumbled on the very first play of the game.
I mean, in all honesty, imagine that inbox. What the offers would be for him.
For who?
For Bortles.
We're not trading Bortles, bro. Like,
I'm just saying, but just imagine what the inbox.
There isn't no inbox. What are you talking about? There's nobody in NFL.
Exactly.
Nobody in the CFL. Nobody in arena football. Nobody wants Bortles on their team,
That's
bro.
true.
So,
Except
like,
a flag football team.
There's no inbox when it comes to him. He's stuck with Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Man. So, like, with Bortles, like I said, he fumbled on the very first play of the game. I don't know if he was nervous. I don't know what that was, but that goes on the mistake list. Hopefully he can regroup. He can figure some shit out. Him and Kessler. I don't know. They just need to figure something out. He needs to figure something out. Before the game, he said that he's the scapegoat for the Jaguars. That was a dumbass fucking thing to say. You're not the scapegoat. You are the reason why we are where we're at.
Yeah, literally.
You are 75% of the reason why we are where we're at.
That's why the quarterback is the highest paid position.
That's the dumbest shit for you to ever fucking say that you're the scapegoat. I hope somebody pulls you to the side and slaps the shit out your ass for that. But for the most part, like I said, we just need this bye week because there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, man. A lot of things need to be fixed. And that's, yes, I'm coming down on Bortles, but he's not the only thing. Offensive line needs to be fixed. D-line, we need to get more of a pass rush. Linebackers need to learn how to cover and learn how to fucking stop the run. DBs need to tighten up. Barry Church, all them boys need to tighten up and shit. And then we needed some of these injuries. Some of these guys that are injured need to come back.
In fact, but I just had a quick side note. Giants QB, backup QB.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrested this morning, trying to hit cops.
Yeah, so that was a weird stuff. So did
I didn't.
Because it said, like, the cop, did he try to hit the cop in the car?
That's what they did. That's what the details get blurry. It's just, that's all they said. I didn't see anything else. No follow up to this.
Standing out, like, was it the cop standing in the street, or was he trying to hit the cop's car? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Was he backing out and the cop wasn't moving? He said, like, "Fuck this guy, I'm out." Because I'm not like cops in there. They fucking rude. They are. You know what I'm saying? They're disgusting.
In Jersey?
Same shit. Whatever. They all got that some dumbass standing out. Yeah.
Hey, Hey, guy, what's your name? What's your name?
Staten Island.
Yeah. So you play for the Giants, huh?
Yeah.
Play for the Giants?
You guys suck this shit. Like, come on, man. Get out of there. I think that's what happened, and the cop took it overboard and probably made the story sound way worse than what it was.
Automatically going to blame the cops.
Oh, yeah, of course. You're damn right.
Kyle Llewellyn arrested on way to Giants practice. Nearly strikes police officer with car report says.
I don't believe he came anywhere near close to the cop. I didn't see that dash cam footage. These cops be lying, man. They do, man.
I don't know Giants quarterback in Jersey.
And especially on the Giants court. That cop couldn't wait to be a part of the headline. Cop, oh, he famous? Kyle Llewellyn. Oh, who's this guy?
And then, like I said, that don't help y'all.
Going to Skip Bayless. Skip, I guess the only person to ever see this kid play. But he made some comments about him, obviously, because he got arrested this morning. He was talking about how he's just a fluid quarterback. I can't trust Skip opinion on quarterbacks. The only quarterback I believe his opinion was right on was Baker Mayfield. That's it.
The who?
Baker. That's the only analysis where he was spot on accurate about him.
Yeah,
everybody else he's missed.
He said
big
RG3
time.
was gonna be better than
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Yep.
He says Jameis Winston is better than Mariota.
Yep. Oh no, he might be right about that.
No,
he might be right about that. Mariota is
four games. This motherfucker threw 10.
Yeah. I mean, but at least he's taking shots. Mariota, he'll finish the game with 100 yards.
It's not about taking shots, bro. It's about taking the right shot.
Yeah, it's true. But
you see Fitzpatrick, he takes the right shot.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Who always gets him? Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah. And that's why Deshaun Jackson, when he demanded that trade, he had another. I forgot we talked about that. We ain't talk about that. I'm sorry. Deshaun Jackson demanded a trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this past week, easily because of Jameis Winston was starting at quarterback. Obviously not feeding him the ball. Yeah. Now I don't understand how you can't get the ball to the action man himself. I've never seen a quarterback struggle to get Deshaun Jackson the ball.
All he do is go deep.
Just
go deep.
From Nick Foles, Michael Vick, Fitzpatrick. They found a way to get this boy the ball. Because it's easy to get him the ball. It's Deshaun Jackson, the action man. It's easy. But whatever.
But shit, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, dog.
Y'all make sure y'all keep hitting us up on that Gmail at youaint07@gmail.com. We appreciate all that love, feedback, support, sharing, inquiries, all that good stuff. We appreciate it.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook _ You Ain't Got the Answers. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got any hate, anything that I'm saying about Bortles, your favorite ball spot quarterback, you got anything you want to get off your chest, any pressure, you can hit me up on Twitter, that boy Scurry, ThatBoiScurry. Let me know how you feel if you feel some type of way, dog.
Yeah, don't shy away.
Don't shy away, because I ain't. You hit me on this shit every week.
And no egg avatars, neither.
I don't give a fuck if you was an egg, because I'm going to call you out. So.
But other than that,
yo.